What's good? We back. Motor City Sports Talk. Prediction, prediction. Carolina Panthers coming to Detroit to take on the Lions. Man, I know a lot of you guys, probably mad at me because, well, not too many. But people mad at me because of the Stafford stuff. I just got to give you the truth from my perspective, man. But I definitely appreciate everybody supporting the channel, man. I'm going to start incorporating non-sports Detroit topics around the city real soon. I'm still working on that, man. So, appreciate it. Salute. But the Carolina Panthers coming in here, a real good team, man. Salute to them, man. They're a really good team. They got beat up by Pittsburgh last Thursday, I believe it was. And Tampa Bay came back on them. But one thing they do well is that they run the ball well, and we get gashed in the run game. The reason we didn't gash in the run game last week is because our pass defense was terrible. Okay? And with North Turner as their offensive coordinator, they doing a lot of different trick and misdirection plays. And last year they came here, and Cam Newton just magically got healthy and went off with Ed Dixon because Greg Olsen was hurt. Well, Greg Olsen's back, but they killed us with misdirection. And they killed us with scheme. And one thing the Lions are lacking on both sides of the ball is execution on defense with the scheme and the scheme on offense in general. I mean, it's really no scheme that I could put my finger on and say this got West Coast principles, this got running gun principles, this got spread option principles or spread principles. I don't know what the Lions offense is, but that's another topic for another day. But Carolina has Cam Newton. They coming off getting the dog walked by the Pittsburgh Steelers, like 50-something points. Christian McCaffrey is a really good running back. Okay, he's really dangerous in the run game. He's really dangerous and more dangerous, in the pass game. Their receivers are not all that, but we don't have any defensive backs. Even when Slay come back, he may not come back 100% if he comes back this week. Where that, DJ Moore and Curtis Samuels, former Buckeye, and they have a couple other receivers. Detroit native, Devin Funchess, I think, is from the area. And this would be I would pretty much bet this would be the second Detroiter to tear us up this weekend, from Allen Robinson to Devin Funchess. The defensively, man, they got some questions at the cornerback. They've been getting gashed at cornerback. Carolina, since Ron Rivera been coached, they don't believe in defensive backs. It's kind of like the old Martin Mayhew theory where, they don't really put a lot of stock in defensive backs. They put a lot of stock in the front seven, and they put pressure with their front seven, and they scheme with their cornerbacks. But they dogs up front. I believe Thomas Davis is back. Luke Kuechly's good. They got Julius Pepper still up front. Remember, he knocked Stafford out for the majority of the season, his second year at Soldier Field. They got other dogs up front, so it won't be easy slate running the ball this weekend or throwing it to the backs. The Lions are going to expose the receivers, expose those cornerbacks, but they got to block up front. And they do a lot of zone blitzing, a lot of exotic blitzing, a lot of stunts and stuff of that nature. So tough battle. But the thing about Carolina is not a team that's just going to blow you out the water. They're a team that's going to grind you down and physically beat you on both sides of the ball. Their offensive line, with the physicality of their offensive line, they run game, wears teams down. Then they play off the Cam Newton running, off Christian McCaffrey running, off the play action, off misdirection, off deception plays, off boots and rollouts, off trick plays. That's the problem. Defense got to be sound and disciplined, and we not sound and disciplined, especially in the back end. We got problems stopping the run up front. So I look for Christian McCaffrey and Cam Newton to have big days on the ground. And when the ground game, get to going, I look for them to make a lot of big plays in the passing game. The Lions are going to have to, stop that run, keep Cam Newton in the pocket. Everybody play discipline. Keep Cam in the pocket and get him down when you can, but force Cam to throw in the tight windows. You know what I'm saying? Force Cam to stay in the pocket and beat you from the pocket. And if Cam is beating you from the pocket and he hitting Olsen and hitting DJ Moore and hitting Devin Funchess, then it's going to be a long day. So, long story short, if they running the ball with success or in completing passes with success, and they doing both of those, or if they just completing passes with success, it's going to be a long day for the Lions. So, Lions, first of all, got to stop the run and make Cam Newton one-dimensional and keep him in the pocket, contain him. Make sure you know where Greg Olsen is at all time and make Funchess, DJ Moore, and Curtis Samuels beat you. You know, if you can keep Greg Olsen in check, you can keep Christian McCaffrey in check, at least out the backfield in the run game, you got a chance. So offensively for the Lions, like I say, it's going to have to be, they have to run the ball a little bit versus defense, man. You know, they're going to have to run the ball, which is hard to do. They good stout up front. You know, have to get the ball, you know, to Kerryon Johnson a little bit. And then, you know, take your chances on the outside, you know, with some of those cornerbacks. Those cornerbacks are not that good, so it should be an opportunity for Galladay and Jones to have big days. They just don't utilize the tight end in this scheme. And Luke, it ain't nothing wrong with Luke Wilson and Michael Roberts. It's the offensive coordinator. And he doesn't know how to utilize tight ends. He don't have a scheme. He don't know how to game plan. He don't know how to exploit weaknesses in defenses. And it's going to be another long day for Matthew Stafford. Don't be surprised if Matthew Stafford don't make it out this game, because Luke Kuechly, Thomas Davis, Julius Peppers, and them dogs up front, if Jim Bob Cooter, they get behind and Jim Bob Cooter just start calling a bunch of pass plays, Stafford won't make it out this game alive. He has to protect Stafford better, like he said today. He has to do some deception plays, some wide receiver screens. He got to find a way to get the tight end involved. But I think, 10, 11 games in the season, it's too late for that, you know. But the Lions got to be able to run the ball. And if they can run the ball, they got opportunity on the outside because they got the superior receivers to take advantage of those DBs, man. They secondary ain't that good. And but I just don't believe in the offensive scheme to do that. Basically, Carolina just got to beat themselves. I don't think this is going to be a big blowout for the Lions. This ain't going to be a big blowout. If Carolina blow them out, I'll be surprised, all right? If this is something like 30-7 or 30-14 or 50-21 or something like that, man, I'll be surprised. Carolina Panthers ain't a blowout type of team. They're a grinded out type of team. They run the ball, they stop the run, they play action, and they do some trick plays. And to a certain extent, Cam Newton is more of a game manager quarterback because of the lack of weapons that he have on the outside. And I think that's kind of where they need to take Matthew Stafford. But why he's not looked at as a game manager quarterback as much, and I'm not saying that's indictment on his skills, he ain't that accurate. But why he's looked at that way is because he's not looked at that way is because he got good legs. You know, he's able to run and do other things, and you know, options and the quarterback powers and all that other stuff. They dress him up to not look like that, but he can pass. If he got weapons on the outside, he ain't got the greatest weapons, but I anticipate those weapons are gonna look great come Sunday at Ford Field, man. And you know, I hope they protect Stafford better. I hope they come with a lot of 2 tight end sets. I hope they come with a lot of power sets and bring an extra blocker, chip some of these dudes, because if they don't, Carolina's zone blitzing scheme and some of their zero blitzes and some of their just 4-man rushes is treacherous, man. But they just came off a Thursday night game. They got extended rest weekend, but they just got whooped on. So even if you got to steal some things that the Pittsburgh Steelers did last week, you steal them. But you know, I don't believe they're going to fire Jim Bob Cooter this season. I believe if they don't protect Stafford this game, he will not make it out this game. I'm going to say it again. If they don't protect Stafford this game, he will not make it out this game. And I stand on them principles right there. But in protecting him, a lot of 2 tight end sets, a lot of I formation sets, a lot of power sets, you know, a lot of crackdown blocking from the receivers or whatever you want to call it. They got to protect this guy this game, man. They really do. And a lot of running the ball, a lot of short passes, a lot of slants, a lot of rub routes, a lot of play action. They got to do a lot of different things this game. But I think Carolina's going to win this game 24-13. I think the Carolina Panthers win that comfortably. I don't believe in the offensive scheme. I don't believe in the defensive scheme. I don't know if Darius Slay going to come back, but as bad as the secondary is and as bad as the front seven is, I don't see them beating a disciplined, sound, hungry Carolina team that just got blew out. And if, you know, they're going to be looking for redemption coming on the road in Detroit. But they coming from Pittsburgh, so they've been on the road twice. They've been beat up by a physical Pittsburgh football team. And if it's any time for an upset for the Lions, it's an upset this weekend. But I like Carolina 24-13. Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate it. Make sure you smash the subscribe button. Follow us on all social media. I also want to make a donation. That link's in the description. And all our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Email, intro music is all in the description. Appreciate you guys coming through. What up, though? We gone.